this situation, Wow has struggled against left-handers this year.
I don't dare, but one never knows.
These are the decisions that a manager has to come up with.
Obviously, folks, a little tougher with a left-handed hitter. That catcher can see right down that line, and easy to pitch out. Get one outside that's tough to bunt. Let's see. Oh boy, they called the balk. They called the balk. That means the game's over. A balk on Mike Stanton. The Brewers win.
Oh my.
And Stanton is hot. On a balk, Milwaukee wins.
Are you kidding me? What a call. Oh my.
Paul Schreiber called that balk. And the Brewers walk it off.
Boy.
I mean,
you talk about guts.
there's argument out on the field. This crowd doesn't really know what to do. They're excited. But the Brewers win on a balk.
A balk with a man at third base. How about that one? Unbelievable. When's the last time you saw that?
Well, that is a gutsy call, I'll tell you. It had to be blatant.
Ricky Weeks picked clean at first base. A balk call without a pitch thrown to home plate. Well, let's check it out.
He stopped.
Well, I would imagine that the call is that Stanton's foot went beyond the rubber. If the foot crosses the plane of the pitching rubber, you've got to go home, and I think that might be a pretty good call.
Kike running down the line and hold everything. The kid balk. Holy mackerel, the Dodgers get a run on a balk. Kike Hernandez running down the line, and that shook up the 22-year-old. He broke his motion, and the Dodgers steal one. 1-0. For the Dodgers, 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. For Texas, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Keone Keeler flustered when Kike Hernandez ran down the line, and that certainly, in this such a tough push and shove game, turns out to be the play of the game. Watch Keeler going out of his stretch. Watch Hernandez now break, and there was a turn of the shoulder by Keeler. That was his balk, and in came Hernandez for the run. The run and the ball called by Marvin Hudson. Also, the second base umpire, Greg Gibson. There's that turn. That's all you need. You can't break that move. Once he made that little tiny move and then didn't pitch, it was a balk. Well, a heartbreaking loss for young Keeler. A mind-blowing save for Kike Hernandez. And the Dodgers win a game 1-0. A game they desperately needed because the Giants pretty much had a lock on their game with Seattle.
Nowhere to put him here with the bases loaded and 2 down in the bottom of the 13th. It's a balk and the Indians win it! Holy Toledo, can you believe that?
No, I can't.
The Indians complete the sweep in maybe the most improbable method you could have imagined. A game that featured a ton of offense, and it's won on a miscue by Albuquerque. Let's take another look. Yes, he did.
He flinched.
He started and then stopped.
Unbelievable that this game comes to a close that way.
Ryan Rayburn says, hallelujah. It's all over. The Indians have swept the Detroit Tigers, and they have turned their fortunes around in the blink of an eye.
Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, motioning to both players. And the Dodgers celebrating in their dugout.
That's into the right field corner. Robinson, nice catch for out number 1.
Well, I am a wizard from the future. Boom. I'm a real doctor.
If you had your walk-up music created, who would compose it and or sing it, and what kind of music would it be?
You know what? That's a good question.